Hi everybody, Tara Whitney from Whitney Consulting. We write grants, business cases and tenders. And I just wanted to pop on the video today to just talk a little bit about research in grant applications. So I know a lot of people do absolutely no research in terms of grant applications. They put in about their project and they put in about their organisation. They answer the questions and they don't actually go and do any research via Google, etc. The reason this isn't a great idea is because you need to prove to the grants assessors, you need to prove that your problem exists and you need to prove that your project will solve the problem. To do that, you obviously need to do some research. You need to evidence your claims. So as an example, you may be claiming that your particular town has a lot of youth and no youth activities, no youth programs or facilities that are suitable for youth age people. This is a problem. And this is what your project is. You have a project in mind, you're going to create a youth facility, a skate park or whatever it is you're going to create. And that's going to solve the problem and you're seeking grant funding for the skate park. Your grant application should evidence the problem. So it should evidence that A, you have a lot of youth in the town. Census data is a great place to be able to evidence that demographic. Then it needs to evidence that you've got no youth activities, no facilities, etc. So you need to, in terms of evidencing that, it really is doing a bit of research about your town, finding out what is available, what is there, and explaining that, summarising that in your application. The next thing you need to do is evidence that your project will fix the problem. So by putting a skate park in, we're going to fix the problem. We are going to provide what all of the youth in this town need, or at least a lot of them. We're going to decrease youth crime or whatever the problems are that we're solving. This project will solve it. So is there any evidence that skate parks do that? Do we have evidence that this particular town, the youth of this particular town, want a skate park? Do we have evidence or case studies that skate parks, when they are put in, have an impact on the level of youth crime in a town, have an impact on youth engagement in a town? Anything that other skate parks that have been put in other towns, I'm sure there would be some evidence that they have had an impact, that they have had benefits that you're claiming your project is going to have. You claim your project is going to deliver all these benefits. Well, if a skate park in other towns, similar towns, has delivered those benefits, that absolutely adds to your argument to claim that your project is going to deliver on what the grant program wants to pay for. So you should be doing research. You should be doing any research that can evidence your problem and that can evidence that your project will solve the problem. So I like to say that grants assessors are cranky teenagers. We see something, we get told something. Anytime you tell us something, our immediate response is, yeah, prove it. So prove it. Don't just tell us you've got a lot of youth in your town. Tell us, according to census, this is the percentage population of youth in this town, which is so much higher than the state average. Evidence your claims in your grants application. To do that, you need to do research. Noting that a lot of grant applications have a lot of strict word limits and maybe attachment limits, and you may not be able to do everything that you might want to do. So just be cautious around that. You may only be able to put in a really small amount of research. It might literally have to be as per census data, and that's it. But it depends on what it allows you to do. So the more amount of money you're asking for, usually the larger application, and you'll be able to put in a lot more research and a lot more statistics and data. But please don't just write your application without doing any research, because it will not go down as well as a application that has researched the problem, researched the project and its ability to deliver on the benefits. Thanks, guys.